Hello everyone, it's Maki. Today, I'd like to share some news about Gundam series comics. The topics are Crossbone Gundam and Gundam 8. Crossbone Gundam is set in the Universal Century world. It is about to celebrate the 30th anniversary of its eclosion. The story is still ongoing. It has played a significant role in maintaining the excitement surrounding the Gundam series. Gundam 8 is a new story in the alternative series. It takes place in a world that is not part of the Universal Century. A key feature is that it is not a spin-off of past works, but rather a completely new story built from scratch. There is the long-running Crossbone Gundam and the newest story, Gundam 8. Today, I'll be sharing news about these two works. Now, before we get into the main topic, I have a quick announcement. My channel is currently accepting support through membership. For 99 cents per month, you can get a name badge and comment stamps. Alright, let's get started. First, let's discuss the latest news about Crossbone Gundam. Although there hasn't been an official announcement yet, information about the 30th anniversary book has been revealed. A listing for Crossbone Gundam 30th anniversary book has been added to the product information page of Kadogawa Corporation's website. The title is Mobile Suit Crossbone Gundam 30th Anniversary Book. It's possible that this title is temporary and may change when the official announcement is made. It appears that the book will include short stories that were previously published in magazines, as well as new ones. One of these stories is The Truth of the God Thunder Plan, which depicts Steel 7 from Rosemary's perspective. Another is The First Cross, in which Shibukano introduces himself by his pirate alias King Kedunao and reunites with his former rival, Zobini Shao. The book will also include an explanation of these stories. The title of the new short story is Ash Assassination Plan. Ash most likely refers to Ash King, the protagonist of Crossbone Gundam Dust. What kind of story will it tell? The text also mentions that interviews with the cast and authors will be included. Now, here's a very interesting phrase. Who exactly does cast refer to? As you know, Crossbone Gundam is a comic, not an anime. In principle, there are no voice actors performing dialogue. However, when characters appear in games, voice actors provide the voices. Does this mean the article will feature interviews with the voice actors who perform the main characters in the games? According to the product page, the article will be released in Japan on December 26, 2025. The price is about $11. It is currently unknown if a translated edition will be released for English-speaking or other non-Japanese regions. Now here is the news about Gundam 8. The media outlet Anime Times published an interview with the author, Hajime Kamoshida. He discussed how he created the story of Gundam 8. Here are a few interesting points. Mr. Kamoshida also worked on Gekko, a spin-off of Iron Blooded Orphans. When the Gekko story was nearing completion, the editorial team approached Mr. Kamoshida and asked, "Would you like to create a new story?" At that moment, Mr. Kamoshida boldly suggested, "How about a completely original story?" He felt that, rather than being suddenly assigned to handle a spin-off of a series he had never worked on before creating a brand new work, would be more suitable. He believed his proposal was so bold that it would likely be rejected, but the editorial team approved the plan to create a new story. This marked the beginning of Gundam 8's development. It was revealed that planning for the project started in 2018. Surprisingly, that means development began 7 years ago. Mr. Kamoshido explained that even though it is a comic, the amount of work ended up being almost the same as creating an animated project because they carefully constructed the world history and settings. Now let's discuss the enemies that appear in the story. In Gundam 8, creatures are the enemies. This is unusual for the Gundam series. Mr. Kamoshido explained how he came up with the idea of including non-human enemies. First, he focused on making the story easy to read in the magazine format. If both sides were original mecha, readers might get confused. In traditional spin-offs, readers are already familiar with the designs of the protagonist and enemy mecha. However, in an original story, readers must approach every mecha design as something entirely new. Therefore, Mr. Kamoshida chose to introduce creatures as the enemies. In doing so, he realized that the story doesn't have to be about humans fighting other humans. He boldly decided to move away from the long-standing Gundam theme of conflict between humanity. This is not a world where humans are at war with each other. It is not a story centered around armies. These two elements were the bold ideas that Mr. Kamoshida proposed when creating Gundam 8. In Gundam 8, Mr. Kamoshida spoke about the science and technology of the world. If humanity has the technology to explore outer space, then there would be fewer people remaining on Earth. Although the details were not discussed, it seems to be a world in which few humans remain on Earth. In stories created by Mr. Yoshiyuki Tomino, many characters left Earth but still long to return to their homeland. Tane Gundam and Reconquista Inji featured characters who held that belief. Gundam 8 appears to present a different challenge from those past examples. What exactly are these enemy creatures like? How will the story unfold? Gundam 8 has only just begun. Let's watch together to see how its fascinating mysteries will be revealed. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next episode.